all weekend. If we have not met yet, my name is Jacqueline. I'm your anime moderator this weekend. You have all been delighting me with your questions, but per usual, I'm gonna ask, is this anyone's first panel ever? Welcome to your first panel ever. It's gonna be an amazing one. So a couple things to go over. I'm gonna get the party started. I'm gonna do a little rapping, and then I'm gonna turn it over to you for your questions. You got 2 mics, one all the way over there, and one all the way over there, so you can get your steps in. When I invite you guys to get up, make those lines, we're gonna ask that everyone ask their one most favorite question. And that way I can get through as many people as possible. Sound good? Now with those questions, a couple of things. One, my pockets don't run deep yet. So we want to keep the, can you say this in this voice? And then, I can't pay them all for that. Okay? So that's a great thing to do at their table. If you've got any cool gifts because you're very gifted, and you all are, and you want to give them something, that's another great thing to do at the table. And last and most importantly, put the phone down, show you how serious I am. Gang, I want these people to have a great time. The best time they've ever had at a convention. And to do that, we're gonna do one thing. We're not gonna ask any shipping questions. You have Google! You got Google! And the great and worst thing about the internet is everything can be true on Google. If you have a yearning in your heart or a headcanon, it's true somewhere on Reddit. So I encourage you to look there. Sound good, gang? Thank you. I love you all deeply. Now, please, my friends, will you put your hands together and welcome our cast of My Hero Academia. We've got Colleen, Clinkenbeard, David, Matranga, Luci,
and I get to play Ochaco Uraraka.
Shigaraki, because it's better than all.
I still feel like pressed too many hands. I didn't know I had an issue with hands until Shigaraki came into my life.
He's a teenager.
Alright guys, my name is Rial, and I am best known for voicing the Tsuyu and I'm Clinkenbeard, and I play Momo Yaoyorozu.
Hello everyone, my name is Matranga, and I voice Shoto Todoroki.
Every time that name comes into a room, Shoto Todoroki, there's one scream that creases through the sky, like a comet. It's always exciting. It was very good. I really appreciate it. Well done. Well done. Okay, every time we get to do My Hero panel, I'm very, very excited. But it always surprises me. I don't know why, because I know the show too. The turnout in every single city, anywhere in the world that you guys go to. The show is huge. I would love to know, because I know why we love it. What do you like about it?
Luci, Colleen, and Jackie, we just did this panel 2 weeks ago in Portland, and we got real sad strap in. I like so many things about it, but I think one of the magic things about it is that there are great heroes, there are great villains, and sometimes the line is very murky. And I think exploring all of that is so fun. It makes the show so fun. I think, are you gonna go? Why? Because you're the villain.
Can I cast a show or can I cast a show? No, I don't want to.
We just told that that would have been a total Tsuyu and Shigaraki moment. I think what I really love is that for all of us that have grown up with superheroes, superheroes are always perfect, right? They always look perfect. They've got the perfect powers. They always do good. They never fail.
They have abs.
They have abs. Well, I like food. So my big thing is I love that we have the imperfections. I love that the powers are called quirks and not powers. Because sometimes what you think is your weakest trait can become your biggest superpower. So, and I also love that that people can see themselves in the characters. Like, I really love that these characters are so identifiable and you guys can really see themselves.
I love the three-dimensionality of the characters. I think that whichever character, like you said, we all have our favorites. Whichever character you associate yourself with, or you like just seem to gravitate toward, you have had that thought, I wish this character would have their own spin-off. And that's because every character in this show could have their own spin-off. They all have a beginning and an arc toward the end. They all have their moments where it feels like, oh, that's your hero moment. They all have their weaknesses in the moments when it feels like they're grappling with something. And the idea that somebody could do that across just 8 seasons so far, well, probably, and make it so that it felt cohesive and it didn't feel like just little splash shots all over the place, that's pretty incredible. He tied it together so well.
Eric, you should have sat where I'm sitting, because the great thing about my seat is that when you sit this far away from the moderator, there's nothing else left to say about any question. So you don't have to answer it.
I'm not going to answer anything anyway.
Just you wait,
I know. I saw your contract, and it was like, panels, only answers what he wants.
He's here so that you all can look at him and his beautiful hair.
Indeed. No, I think my favorite thing about it is sort of the gray area of the show. The fact that it's constantly asking, what is a hero? What is a villain? What is a good hero? What is a compromised hero? What is a, complicated villain? What is a pure, so I love that part of the show. So that plus I think, similar to what Colleen said, the rich characters, they're so well drawn. I mean, even a character that hasn't had much of an arc or hasn't had, much screen time, they're still interesting right away, And I think that contributes to a really rich universe and a world that they're all living in. So yeah, I mean, there is so much that they could do with it. There's so much more they could do. And I think it lends itself towards more people finding something in it that they like,
People talk about all the time, one of the cool things about the show is kind of like you mentioned, Colleen, the worlds that can exist within the show. And we kind of are going to get a glimpse of that with Vigilantes, which is awesome, but it could genuinely go on forever. You could focus on one character and I'd be like, let's go, give me 12 episodes. And Eric, with the heart that runs as deep as yours, I know you were saving your answer for last.
So, I'm selfish. And I will tell you that my favorite thing about My Hero Academia is that I get to play the bad guy, which is awesome. But that quality allows me to get away with a whole bunch of crap that I wouldn't normally be able to get away with, which I will showcase for you on this panel today.
That's your favorite part of the show.
Yes, it is!
I'm going to tell on you real quick, because he used to have a panel called Eric Vale Messes Up Your Day. That was a dirty word, that's why If you are a dub watcher, which, the sub is also wonderful. Like, the Japanese exists and is great. But if you watch the dub, it's a strong dub. And that is due to Miss Colleen Clinkenbeard casting that they
Completely. So the other thing is, I'm very excited because we rarely get to have like the villains and stuff on the panels with you guys. Don't worry, you take your time.
I'm Anthony with ADHD. I'm not bending over stuff. I'm not doing a Momo on the hero man.
Everyone clap for Monica as she brings up her wallet. What a pleasure it is to see. Good job. Just use your tongue. But my friends, well, I asked this last question. I'm going to invite you to start getting in line so you can make your arduous journey to the mics. It's right over there. But the relationships that are showcased between the heroes and the villains, is crazy in the show. Absolutely crazy. Like, we don't get to see that a lot on a superhero show. The bad guy is bad, and the good guys are good, and the bad guy gets beat, and then goodbye. But between like all of Shigaraki's Toga stuff, like we got a lens that I thought was super special. Was there anything that kind of came as a surprise to you, whether you were in the scene, you were directing the scene, you were running it with you, like, oh, we're going there, we're talking about this?
I feel like when we saw Shigaraki's backstory, and kid Shigaraki, which Emily Fajardo did beautifully, I wasn't sure how much they were really going to show us. And the same kind of went for Todoroki too. Like, I wasn't sure how deep they were going to get into the child abuse. Like, how deeply can you get into child abuse and still make the show entertaining? And I feel like they went there in a beautiful way, but they went there. And I mean, they made you worry about your mom.
Right.
I mean, they really did.
And they sort of didn't stop going there with that, at least the Todoroki family.
There are some levels that they explored, which then lends itself to that same question of who is a hero, and can the hero be redeemed if he does tragic, awful things? And who is a villain, and can he be excused if he has a terrible, awful childhood? And so I think that the characters wouldn't have had that three-dimension to them if it hadn't been for the fact that they went there.
I also think that this speaks to something that I think Monica said about quirks and the fact that they're mostly everybody has them, except for some few that we know that don't. But in a lot of superhero or hero shows, the heroes are kind of separate from the society in a way. And so you were talking about the relationships between villains and heroes. And it makes sense when you have a society that has quirks. People are going to grow up using them in different ways, understanding their power in different ways. And so you have families that there's conflicts between a villain and a hero. I think that's fascinating.
I love it. It made the show, again, that's part of the show that keep going forever, because I think that's a lens you can keep looking at. I loved it. The stuff between you and Rial is beautiful.
Season 7 made me cry.
Oh my God.
It was so sad. Who's seen season 7? Anyone? Okay. So, yes. And Leah had already recorded her part before I got in the Ochaco and Toga, kind of the fight in the sky. It's heartbreaking. And, Toga's backstory is really, really heartbreaking. And she has my favorite line of that episode. When she says in her backstory, when she asks her parents really legitimately, I don't understand, does everybody have to lie? People can't just like what they like. And I think it's so relatable, it's so sweet, and it makes, the animator was, brilliant. For Ochaco's biggest flex is, I want to be your friend. Here, you can take my blood. I know I'm late, but I just want to be your friend. And I mean, it's great. It's so good. They definitely went there. For sure.
Love it.
And also, I just have to say one other thing, it makes you have to define what you think forgiveness means or what redemption actually means. We did Jason, who plays Dolly, and Patrick, who plays Endeavor, we did this interview. The publication was called Kind of Funny. It's on YouTube somewhere, but it was the three of us, and we were talking about season 7 and that one episode in particular. And we were all sort of shocked how invested we were as actors in that story. Like, you don't always feel that about everything, you know? And it's kind of actually rare that you feel that about anything. I mean, you know, we have great jobs and we love doing it. And there are some things that, you know, impact you more than others, but we were shocked at each other's investment in that. And I think that that speaks to everything that we've all been talking about. They're just what they've done, the groundwork, the foundation of the show. It's really exciting.
Super captivating, absolutely. And that's crazy because I know that that's what Eric's thinking the whole time, right? Yeah.
Sorry, where am I?
Exactly. And Eric, your name is Eric Vale.
Eric Vale.
Remember that as we move forward.
Okay, hi.
Yeah.
I'm here. Vale.
We're going to
I played All Might.
Yes, you.
we're going to start on this side, and then I'm just going to jump back and forth, my friend. Hi there.
If you had to have one arch enemy, who would it be?
Just in one.
Eric Vale.
Chris Savage.
Ooh, only one enemy?
One enemy in the show?
Yes.
In the show.
Oh, just in the show.
You want to answer again?
You wanted to name like the person you don't really like in life.
Eric Vale.
I love everybody. What are you
Dave
talking about?
Matranga.
Oh gosh, Minetta. Don't get me wrong, I love Sabrina Valencia and I love what she does with Minetta and I love that she gets online and she stands up for that little boy and she loves him and I think that's awesome. But that first season when we're in there doing the trying to get out and the villains are coming in and Minetta's being all pervy, I feel like I still need to get him back for that. I say Mei Hatsune.
You know why.
That's right. I heard it. I just think she makes death do a lot of stuff.
Who is this from?
I love it.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I love that consistently. Like, all for one is right there, and people are still like, Minetta. Take a swoop. I love it. Hi, my friend. We're gonna jump over on this side.
Hi, today's my birthday, just so y'all know.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Which quirk would be the most helpful to have in real life, in your opinion?
Real life. Like, you're not superheroes. You can work in real life. Yeah.
Oh yeah, decay. Seriously, it's like, have you ever been in like a mall and you don't know how to get to that other store, you just brush the walls and walk through. Or like you have that person you don't like and you just kill them. Yeah.
I love that you and I are sitting next to each other because I feel like the world is like in the right place.
I agree.
I'm gonna ruin your day. You can't choose your own quirk.
He's adding rules. That
You
was
know
pretty
what?
good though. That was a boss move right there.
It may be your birthday, but you're at the boss of me.
Christopher is better.
Oh,
That's sucking! Yeah!
Can you go back to the first question of who is your enemy? It's this kid.
Yes! Yes! My number one enemy right there. We will fight later, and you'll probably win because you're clearly shorter than me.
I was gonna pick my own, but now I won't since that's a rule. So I pick create. Same.
Good one.
Create.
dang it, I can't pick create because that's the right answer. Recovery girl. Recovery girl.
I'm also a recovery.
I am a 10-year-old. Recovery girl.
David, what quirk would you have in your life if you could?
One where when people aren't doing what I need them to do or they're just being stupid, I can just make them not
Stop.
I am so sorry.
Yeah, you know?
I'm gonna
That
jump
would
over
make my
here.
life so much less stressful.
Hi, so Eric Vale, I saw the Shigaraki attorney blooper reel and I thought it was hilarious. Do you guys have any favorite bloopers from My Hero Academia?
but I enjoyed it. I had All Might, I had Chris, he's doing like a hopping thing, like trying to, you seen it? Where he's like getting warmed up, and I had to go, Bondi foo foo.
Yes, I've seen this.
Mine's not an outtake, but Colleen and I kind of butted heads in the beginning, not really, but in a fun way, because I thought that every time Tsuyu let her tongue out, she should go bleh. And Colleen was like, no, Monica. And so I would just throw it in there and be like, ribbit bleh. No, Monica.
We recorded a lot of them, and you will see very few of them in the show.
You left enough space for it to be
I
edited
have
out, yes.
edit power.
I love it. Let's do Michael on this side.
Oh,
Yes,
yes,
anyone
no,
else
no,
has any
no,
favorites?
no.
I'm bouncing.
Hey everybody, this is my fourth time meeting you, Luci. Second for Monica, and then third, I think it's second for Colleen, and I think maybe first or second for David. But this is the first time I'm meeting you, Eric, so it's great to see Mr. Sanji here, actually, I should say. And of course, Nami's right next to him.
I know, we got a mall gang. We're collecting malls.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have that tomorrow too. I mean, going like, what roles did you do that were your favorite? And I'm a little hesitant to ask this, Monica, but how was it voicing Anna and Shimonetta?
Everybody's favorite roles, if we go through, if you can pick one favorite.
From all of it.
Just all of it. You do so many cool things.
I will say my very first favorite role was a little show called Princess Juju. And it was my favorite. It's so good, you guys. If you can get a chance to see Princess Juju, it is phenomenal, and Lucy is fantastic. Sorry, I'm finding out that Eric's daughter watches Princess Juju.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
He was like, I love it.
My favorite is Shigaraki. Yeah, no, don't awe me.
I can't pick a favorite. I'll answer your question about Anna. This is a show that if you are under 18, don't watch! But I had a lot of fun. I liked playing psychotic characters. She is psychotic and likes to bake cookies in fun ways. And I'm just really glad that Jesse was Mr. Okama. And I've known Jesse forever, because if it was anyone else, I would feel really bad about some of those. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm sorry to bring that up. It's just that it's surprising I found out your voice though, because you thought so much. I mean, also Shigaraki is so weird. You're like I said, you're stalking and like
For sure.
all the other roles.
My friend, I'm gonna let them two finish so I can jump to the other question. I appreciate your passion, though. Go ahead.
Oh, it's all good.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say I've been with him for 20 years, so Luffy is clearly my favorite.
That's it.
Yeah, I can't choose a favorite, honestly. I have favorites for different reasons, but Shoto is one of my favorites. For 8 years living with the characters, super invested. I feel a huge responsibility to his story, and it's like, I mean, yeah, like going into season 7, I was so amped up because of the fact that there was, 6 seasons leading up to one moment, and it's not an experience I've had as an actor in any medium, really. So, yeah, that's what I would choose. But there are also one-offs, like, there's this little show called Copcraft.
Oh my God, I love that show.
No one's ever seen, no one's ever heard of it. Like, not even one person.
You guys should watch it. It's really
You've
fun.
heard of it? Nice. Awesome. I love that show. Mostly because I get to play like a jaded guy who's kind of ornery, and that just feels really right in the pocket for me.
I love it. Thank you so much. We're gonna jump back over here.
Which song do you feel you could confidently sing at karaoke in your character's voice?
Period. That's a karaoke
Character's
song.
voice? Nothing. Summer Lovin', but yeah.
Both parts? David, you're singing
Both parts. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Tequila. Mine, you can probably find on the internet. I told somebody at a con that I like to warm up in the character voice and sing songs on the radio. And they were like, okay, what's your favorite one? As I walk through the valley of the shadow and death, I feel the path.
would be the best. Yeah, Coolio would be proud.
Probably Rapper's Delight, Sugar Hill Gang. What?
That's its own panel, guys. We work on making that a panel.
Oh, yeah, I like I said, change its own.
Yeah.
I have no idea. But I kind of like the idea of Ochaco like rocking out in isolation to like heavy metal. Like she's like, oh hi. Yeah. That's her
I think Todoroki listens to a lot of Eminem. That's what, yeah. To really get his anger out. Cleaning out my closet is what he's.
So I was wondering, what are your favorite lines from the show? Favorite line?
My favorite is, hey Midoriya, what are you, all my secret love child?
Does it have to be my character?
No, just a favorite line.
Great. Then when Deku says, eat this, and that was Justin Briner doing that voice, and it made me very happy.
For me, I love Clifford Chapman, who plays Bakugo, but I love that Tsuyu likes to stand up to Bakugo a lot. So my favorite is a line to Bakugo, and that is, well, with that attitude, you'll never be popular.
And he took that to heart, man. He's trying to be popular.
I said a few times in the show, I forget which character it was, but it was when one of them went, no!
You're so bad, that does happen.
Yeah, that's my favorite line.
So much conviction. That's what you love about it. Yeah, good stuff.
I love Ochaco's speech at the end of season 6. I thought that was so good. And when she's at Colleen, I kind of went around about this line, but I ended up loving it, where she's like, you know, just because someone has a special power doesn't mean they're a special person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and just really what about for Deku. It was so good. It was so good.
That was actually Eric's second answer.
I know.
No, it was not. I stand by my answer.
Second favorite is Plus Ultra.
And there you have it. Good one. We forget.
Second favorite is I Love All Might.
We're gonna
You have to leave now.
You look great. Nice cosplay.
Thank you. I just wanted to know, who's your favorite villain and why is it Spinner?
There was one person in the audience who's
That was awesome. That was great.
That is your favorite, isn't it? Wait, whose favorite is that?
I love Spinner.
Yeah.
But I like one person that's losing their mind. Yeah, Spinner. I love Spinner.
I mean, I've always thought that Shigaraki is going to outlive us all.
True.
Because he's playing that slithery long game. But I also thought Hiroki staying was downright frightening.
And that is the ending we're going with. I like that. That's good. That's
Hero
better.
Killer State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite, Eric?
Villain?
Yeah.
Yeah, All Might.
Right, fair enough. It's all from your view, isn't it?
Yeah, you never know.
For me, I thought I couldn't love any character in the show as much as I love Tsuyu, but man, Toga's really she's great.
I have a weakness for twice. I loved every time we got to work on that one. It was a exercise. I mean, that is a hard role to play. And every time Newt and I walked away like exhausted, and then I'd rewatch it and be like, oh, it's better.
Mine is Stain, but I don't really call him a villain. He's a vigilante.
Thank you so much for your question. I know they all pronounce Spinner in a weird way, but know that yeah, you get it. Yeah.
This is a question for David Matranga, but I think anybody could tackle the theme of this question. So Todoroki is obviously a very serious and almost edgy type of character, but you do a very good job balancing that and making him also very cool and sensitive. So what are some of your secrets as a voice actor to bring out the seriousness of a character and make them sound very cool without, making it sound kind of hammy or, like an amateur? How do you tackle that seriousness?
I have a solo panel tomorrow. We can just answer that question. I don't know. I think that, and I've said this before, but finding Todoroki's thing was more challenging at the beginning than I thought it was going to be. For some of the reasons that you laid out, which are, he is very, he keeps his cards close to the vest. He's very, even-keeled in his speech. There was sort of, the first thing he said is a quote that I sign a lot. It's not your fault, we're just playing on different levels. Was kind of cocky at the beginning, a little bit standoffish. And I don't know, the shortest answer to your question is, you have to find, and we all do this, I think, naturally. It's not something you think about doing, but what the humanity of the character has got to be in there, otherwise you're playing, an android or something. So that's always first and foremost, and then is the humanity of the character. And then the way that they express themselves is the way that that humanity has to be in there, even if it is something that is cooler or flatter or whatever. But I also think, and this speaks to Colleen's casting as well, I do think we all have certain things in our voices that are inherent to them. And we've all been around the block enough we can change that, you can dial that up or dial it down with different characters. So I think there was something there as well. But, it's all about my personal investment in the character as well. It's through the roof. And so my biggest challenge was, how do I, be who he is, but also keep the real humanity and all the emotion that's under there, the trauma. And it's weird because you don't see it for a while, and then you slowly see it start to come out. But I know I haven't fully answered your question because I don't know if it's possible to fully answer it. But thank you. It's a wonderful compliment what you said. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate you. Everyone, we've probably got time for just about 2 more questions.
Sorry. It's Eric's fault. But you can come to our table and ask your question. For sure.
No.
Especially Eric's table.
Hi, so my question is for Shigaraki.
Perfect.
Or selfish Shigaraki, I would say. But so when you said you really are so cool, Eraserhead, did you mean it because when you were younger, you had no one to look out for you, but he looks out for his students?
That was very good.
The truth?
Yes.
Really, I think he actually has a crush on me.
What was the question?
Was Shigaraki saying that about Eraserhead to Eraserhead?
You think he has pressure?
I really think that Shigaraki has a little bit of something for Eraserhead.
Yeah, Eric Vale is also on that part of Reddit. Remember how I said everything is true if he wants to be on Reddit? I guess he's on that Reddit. That's what we
I do, I am the moderator.
Whenever you need it. Whenever you need it. As far as canon, But I feel like these are the things. Anything can be true on that Reddit thread that you and Eric. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
Hi, my question was if you had 2 characters, which 2 would you think would have a good relationship?
Oh, like the actual of their two characters that they voice?
No, like the actual characters. Which 2 do you think would be a good relationship?
No, oh yeah, that's what they're doing. You're being sneaky about a ship. You heard my speech. Yes, I also agree. Who's friends? What 2 do you think would be great friends? Ochaco never got to be better friends.
We're besties. Right
Yes.
here.
You guys are, there's a lot of friendships in the show that actually develop that as a time thing too.
Yeah.
Like I would love to see certain people be together more. I would have loved more of an all-girls episode. That's the dream I dream.
Oh, me too.
I would have loved that. But
in the beginning, I felt like there was more room for friendship stuff. Like
Yes.
Ochaco and Tanya and Deku hung out a whole bunch in the beginning.
But this is
I
the way
think all of our characters find love, and I don't in particular think any two characters necessarily. But I do think that that exists in that world, and it would be lovely to see it happen someday with any two characters.
For anyone in particular.
That is so awesome.
I love that.
We still got some time. I'm jumping back over here. Hi, friend.
Hi. What is your favorite part of the character that you want to act?
Oh, favorite part. Favorite part of being the voice actor for your character.
My favorite part of Ochaco is she is aspirational. I mean, she really is. She's a good friend. She's a good girl. She's not necessarily seeking the limelight or anything like that, but she has had an awesome glow up.
Yes.
And is a true friend. She's a real friend and a good girl. You know. What's your favorite thing about Shigaraki?
About playing
Playing Shigaraki.
Shut up. Except I can get away with stuff like that. If you're the bad character, you can. The heroes can't say that.
I feel like you get between like the two sweetest.
Oh, and you're the one saying it.
Just lucky. He's just lucky.
You, the sweetest people, the sweetest characters,
Yes.
don't hold me.
You've got to be
I know.
I would say for me, my favorite part is the voice, because number one, it's something that I haven't gotten to do before, and number two, even people that have no idea what this is from, it makes them smile. So it's ultimately important. I love that voice.
I don't know.
favorite part of Josie's moment.
You should make your question.
I had questions eventually about whether I should cast myself as Momo.
Oh.
I did because I felt like my voice print worked in the scheme of what was going on. But I think that her insecurities would maybe, she has a weakness to her, and I feel like there were maybe people who would exemplify that a little bit more. I don't know how much I represent her in the way that I feel like I did with other people, you know?
I hear that, but I love the juxtaposition of the strength of your voice with the fact that her internal, but I hear what you're saying, but I really do. I think I think if you played into the sort of doubt, the insecurity, that maybe
You wouldn't have believed the leadership.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we are supposed to see the
Yeah.
fact
Well,
that
maybe
she climbed out of it.
Yeah. My favorite part is really the conversations that I've been able to have with people because of who Shoto is, what he's been through, the whole family. I've had solo panels where we really talk about some real stuff, and it's cool. I've never had a character like that where people will be vulnerable and talk about their own lives, and it's cool. It's really been kind of a gift, so I love that about voicing him.
Absolutely, my friends. That was going to be our last question. But the good news is we got lots of we have a lot of you for One Piece. We have a lot of you for Dragon Ball Z. So they're at tables. We have plenty of time to have great talks. But for now, can you please give it up one more time for me?
What's on your